Good morning, friends. Miss Caroline here. This is the first week of summer reading. Yay! I'm so excited. This year, our theme is Oceans of Possibility. So even though that leaves a lot of possibilities for stories, I think we're going to stick to our ocean theme this year. So today we have stories about the start of summertime. So before we get started, let's start off with our stretch. So let's reach up to the sky and down to your toes and out to the sky really wide and touch your nose and flap like a chicken, caw like a crow, wiggle down a monkey seed. And what do seeds do? They grow. Very good. Good stretching, you guys. All right, so our first one is about swimming. Do any of you know how to swim? I didn't learn how to swim until I was 7 years old. So if you know how to swim already, that is fantastic. So this one is called Jabari Jumps by Gaia Cornwall. Now, Jabari is afraid of the diving board. I was too. So let's read all about it. Let's see if he can get over his fear. Jabari Jumps. Jumping off the diving board today, Jabari told his dad. Really? Said his dad. The diving board was high and maybe a little scary, but Jabari had finished his swimming lessons and passed his swim test, and now he was ready to jump. I'm a great jumper, said Jabari, so I'm not scared at all. Jabari watched the other kids climb the long ladder. They walked all the way out to the end of the board as big as tiny bugs. Then they stood on the edge. They spread their arms and bent their knees and sprang up, up, up. And then they dove down, down, down. Splash. Looks easy, Jabari said. But when his dad squeezed his hand, Jabari squeezed back. Jabari stood at the bottom of the ladder. He looked up. You can go before me if you want, he told the kid behind him. I need to think about what kind of special jump I'm going to do. Jabari thought and thought. Jabari started to climb. Up, up. This ladder is very tall, he thought. Are you okay? Called his dad. I'm just a little tired, said Jabari. Maybe you could climb down and take a tiny rest, said his dad. A tiny rest sounded like a good idea. When he got to the bottom, Jabari remembered something. I forgot to do my stretches, he said to his dad. Stretching is very important, said his dad. I think tomorrow might be a better day for jumping, Jabari said. They looked up at the diving board together. It is really tall. Mm-hmm. It's okay to feel a little scared, said his dad. Sometimes if I feel a little scared, I take a deep breath and tell myself I'm ready. And you know what? Sometimes it stops the scary feeling and feels a little like a surprise. Jabari loves surprises. Jabari took a deep breath and felt it fill his body from the ends of his hair right down to the tips of his toes. Jabari looked up. He began to climb up and up and up and up until he got to the top. Jabari stood straight up. He walked all the way to the end of the board, and his toes curled around the rough edge. Jabari looked out as far as he could see. He felt like he was ready. I love surprises, he whispered. He took a deep breath and spread his arms and bent his knees, and then he sprang up. up off the board, flying. Jabari hit the water with a splash. Down, down, down he went, and then back up. Whoosh. Jabari, you did it, said his dad. I did it, said Jabari. I'm a great jumper. And you know what? What, said his dad. Surprise double backflip is next. The end. See, it was possible that Jabari could do it. He just needed some encouragement and to take a deep breath and jump head first. Well, he didn't really jump head first. He jumped feet first, but wasn't that cool? All right, so our next story is, I think I've read it before, but it's one of my summertime favorites, so we've got to give it another shot. This one's called If You Ever Want to Bring a Piano to the Beach, Don't, by Elise Parsley. So there's lots of possible things you could bring to the beach, but do you think it's really pertinent to bring a piano to the beach? I can think of a lot of other things I'd rather take. If you ever want to bring a piano to the beach, don't. See, look, there's lots of other good things. Sandpail, beach ball, shovel. If your mom says to get ready to play at the beach, she means with a boat or a frisbee or a shovel. She is not talking about the piano. If you roll out the piano anyway, she'll tell you, you'd better not lose it. You'll tell her that it's okay. You'll hold on tight to your piano and keep it neat and clean, and you'll even promise to push it back, push it to the beach yourself. Cross your heart. But on the way, your arms will get heavy, and then your legs will get draggy, so you'll find the perfect way to move the piano along. Is she pushing the piano at all? Making mom do all the work. When you feel rested, you'll push again. Once you're at the beach, you'll need to make sure the piano still works. Finally, you'll stop for a lunch break. The seagulls will want to share your egg and cheese sandwich. That's not just a few seagulls, is it? This, you know, is not good for the piano, but you'll know just what to do. Bath time! You'll splish, you'll splash. The piano will bob up and down and up and down, and then up and away. And out of reach. By now, of course, you'll wish you had played with a boat or a frisbee or a shovel at the beach instead of the piano. By now, you'll wish you had played with your babysitter and baby sister instead of the piano. You'll be so mad you'll want to just go home. Well, here's what I would do if I were you. Borrow your brother's fishing line and cast it far, far out to catch your drifting piano. Then, when you reel the line in, you might get your piano back, or you might get a boat, or a frisbee, or a shovel. Yeah, if you ever want to bring a piano to the beach, don't. You might lose it. But you never know what you might find. The end. That was a fun one, wasn't it? Yeah, don't bring your piano to the beach, though. Bring your shovel and bucket instead. All right, how about some songs, friends? I have some fun new ones, but first let's start with an old favorite. Let's do peanut butter and jelly. So first we have to take our peanuts and we crush them. And then we take our grapes and we squish them. And then we take our bread and we spread it. And then we take our sandwich and we eat it. All right. So first you take your peanuts and you crush them, crush them. First you take your peanuts and you crush them, crush them. First you take your peanuts and you crush them for your peanut butter and jelly. Then we take our grapes and we squish them, squish them. Then we take our grapes and we squish them, squish them. Then we take our grapes and we squish them for your peanut butter and jelly. Then we take our bread and we spread it, spread it. Then we take our bread and we spread it, spread it. Then we take our bread and we spread it, spread it. That's your peanut butter and jelly. Then we take our sandwich and we eat it, eat it. Then we take our sandwich and we eat it, eat it. Then we take our sandwich and we eat it, eat it. And that's your peanut butter and jelly. Good job. All right, so we have two new ones to do. So this first one is called Waves in the Sea. So we'll go over the motions first. So if you want, find a scarf or a handkerchief or even a paper towel. Paper towels work too. So first, our waves in the sea go up and down. So we're gonna sing it like Wheels on the Bus. So waves in the sea go up and down. The sharks in the sea go snap, snap, snap. The fish in the sea go swish, swish, swish. So kind of like your windshield wipers on the bus. And then the boats in the sea go toot, toot, toot. So let's practice. The waves in the sea go up and down, up and down, up and down. The waves in the sea go up and down all day long. The sharks in the sea go snap, 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 snap. The sharks in the sea go snap, snap, snap all day long. The fish in the sea go swish, 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 swish. The fish in the sea go swish, swish, swish all day long. The boats in the sea go toot, 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 toot. Toot, 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 the boats in the sea go toot, 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 all day long. Very good. All right, so our next one is called 5 Little Sandcastles. So this one's counting, so you'll have to help me count. So we're gonna go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'm gonna have to look at my paper because I'm learning this one with you. So 5 little sandcastles sitting on the shore. Whoosh, goes a wave. And then there were 4. 4 little sandcastles sitting by the sea. Splash, goes a wave. And then there were 3. 3 little sandcastles by the ocean blue. Crash, goes a wave. And then there were 2. 2 little sandcastles sitting in the sun. Goes away, and then there was 1. 1 little sandcastle had lots of fun. Shh, goes away, and then there were none. That was still a good one, though. Thank you for counting with me. All right, our last book for this week is called It All Began with Lemonade. I think this one's one of my new favorite books. This one's written by Gideon Stewart and illustrated by Lian Cho. It began with lemonade. It was the first Saturday of summer, hot as an oven, blazing blue skies, and I hoped to sell some lemonade. I chopped and measured, squeezed and stirred, tinkered, tweaked, and tasted until I had something delicious. Look at that one. I think that one's a little bit sour. Then carefully, I loaded my wagon and rolled outside to find there was no room for me. Everyone had the same idea. Not on my street, not on Bobby Tillman's street, not on my Grandma Rose's street, nowhere. So I kept walking. The sun scorched, the pavement sizzled, and I was just about to give up. All my bad luck got worse. Look at that, the lemonade stand's face is changing too. If you've never chased a runaway lemonade stand out of town, through the woods, and across a meadow, it's no fun. So when at last I reached the river, I was ready to cry. I sat for a long while feeling terrible as a turnip when from around the bend came something thirsty. I straightened up and hung my sign. Ice cold, I said. The old man tipped his hat. Lemonade, I called out to the water. And again, from around the bend came something thirsty. Soon came things with paws and claws, and as I looked out from the river bank, it felt just like a dream. One after another, they floated by, each thirstier than the last. Larger, stranger, sippers, slurpers, and I tried my best to keep up, but the river was still thirsty. So I chopped and measured, tasted and squeezed, and hour after hour, gulp after guzzle, this is what I called lemonade, lemonade, a glass for you, half price for two. Beat the heat, frosty sweet, swim on over, swim right up, for you and you for all. Get it now while it lasts. Last call, last call, last call. Are those pirates? It took some time to fill those glasses, but fill them I did. And out beneath the sinking sun, we drank our lemonade. The whole way home, I smiled, thinking of tomorrow. And late that night, deep asleep, I saw what it could be. The end. Wasn't that a fun one? I really like that one. So remember, you can find all these books through the library through our NC Cardinal system. And if you haven't yet, please sign up for summer reading. We've got so many cool programs this year and so many fun activities. We're going to have take and make kits all summer, so stop by the library and pick one up. We will also have the tutorials on our Facebook and Instagram if you happen to miss picking up a kit in person. But definitely check our schedule. We're having so much in person this year, and we're so excited to have you back for programs. So we'll see you soon. See you next week for a story. Bye.